starting off here, 13th fret B string, this is the note of C, and it's going to bend up until it makes the sound of D. Then we're going to play the D, which is over here on the 10th fret of the E string. Okay, now we're going to come back again to the 13th fret of the B string, this C note, but the way I played it is I just pulled the pick across in a sweeping motion to play those two notes in one go, like that. You can alternate pick this if you want, but for me, this is the fastest way I can do it. So it's either bad technique or laziness, that's up for you to decide, but like so. Okay, then we're going to come down to the 10th fret of the B string. This gives us an A. So I've gone up, a little up sweep, and then down, because I want to hit that A, I want to accent it. I want that to stick out. Then I'm going to do a little hammer and pull off of that 13th fret of the B string again. Now, did you see I replucked the A before I did the hammer and pull? I tend to do that just to emphasize the hammer and pull that's coming up, rather than it just falls a little bit quiet, a little bit flat, particularly if you're doing it in a hurry. So for me, it's worth it just to pluck it again, just to kick it off again, like that. From there, over to the 12th fret of the G string. That gives me a G. Then I'm going to go back to that A again on the 10th fret of the B string. And then I'm going to pluck it again because I'm going to do the hammer and pull all over again. Then back to the G and back to the A. And that's where that chord finishes. So you can see there's a lot of repetition there. Like that. And getting those groupings and getting that repetition really reinforces what the chord's made of. So you've got this nice exciting flow of notes, but you're basically playing the chord. Like that. Okay, now if you've been watching any of the videos from this series, you'll know that if you want to go from D minor to the next chord, which is B flat, all you have to change is this note here, this A. If you go up one fret, it becomes B flat, and the rest of what you play is identical, but now you're playing a B flat chord instead of a D minor. So the same rules apply. So now you're doing the 11th fret rather than where you were on the 10th. So the rest of it is the same. Same bend, back again in that little sweep, and then down to the 11th fret. Same little hammer and pull up to the 13th fret, now a little bit closer together. Back over to the G just as before. Back here to the B flat. Hammer and pull, G, B flat. Let's put that all together. Alright, so I'm going to play the D minor chord and then the B flat chord. Alright, and then to play the C chord, we just move what we did for the B flat chord up 2 frets. So now our bend is going to start on the 15th fret of the B string. This is D. Up to the 12th fret here on the E string. That gives us E. Little sweep back over, just as you've been doing so far. Down to the 13th fret on the B string. And again, plucking it and hammering and pulling. Alright, and then across to the 14th fret of the G string. Back over to the 13th fret of the B string. Picking again to get the hammer and pull started. Back to that 14th fret of the G string. And then there on the C again, on the 13th fret of the B string. And then I finished it off by then going up to the 15th fret here, the D, and bending it up 2 frets up to E, or the note you've been playing there. And then I also fret this 15th fret of the top string here. This is G, so I'm bending this D up to an E, like so. What you're getting, because this is the C chord, here's your C, and a C chord is C, E, and G. So because you've already played your C, and then there's your C, there's your E, and there's your G. So you're totally outlining the chord. Now you can either get them ringing together like that, or you can separate them. As I get to the top of that bend, I stop it with the thumb there on my picking hand. As I lean across to pick that top string, I let the side of my thumb hit the B string, so it stops, and there's my G. Or you can let them ring together. Depends whether or not you like that sound.